We light this chalice, the chalice we light today is a symbol of our faith. It binds us together as one people, a reminder that our strength is in our shared hope for the world, and that our common work is in the creation of our beloved community, among ourselves and in the world.
Welcome this morning to River Road Unitarian Universalist Congregation. I am still Reverend Nancy McDonald Ladd. Gratefully your senior minister, as I have gratefully been for 12 years. And I am going to try not to cry, because today is not about that. Today is not about loss or grief or even about the power and possibility that comes with change, however profound that change might be. Today is about interdependence. It's about the fact that we are, all of us, in this hurting world of bombs and empty bellies, this beautiful world of springtime and beckoning summer, all of us are in it together. As many of you have surely read on your email, or perhaps have answered a somewhat frantic call from your River Road friends about by now, I have just this week announced that I will be concluding my ministry here at River Road in June, moving to a new position with our Unitarian Universalist Association, focused on communications and public ministry. It will be my task to help articulate what progressive religion and this particular sliver of it in this world has to say in these our days. I'll be asking on a denominational scale how we can communicate both from pulpits and from denominational platforms a powerful counter-narrative to the religious nationalism that plagues this country and indeed the world. It will be good work, my friends. And it will be hard work. but maybe not as hard as the task of leaving you. A congregation and a people that I love so deeply. I'm just going to take a hot minute. Next week, I'm going to have the chance to actually preach into this, which is how you know I process so much of what I feel and what happens in this world. I'll preach into this transition about what it is I'm heading toward and about the abundant opportunities that await River Road as well. But this week, it is appropriate, it is kind of perfect, that we are worshiping together as a congregation of all ages this Spirit Sunday, exploring in art and music and even a little silliness what it means to be interdependent. Interdependence is more than mere connection. Interdependence is a way of being truly entwined, of course, not just with one another, but with the world. A world in which Unitarian Universalists have long spoken against the selective empathy that would say only some people on some sides of some struggles have worth and dignity. Instead, with our central Unitarian Universalist value of interdependence, we know that all we can create, including hope, including peace, including art, including worship, can only be created together. All we can imagine can only be made real in the context of other people's dreamings. We are independent spirits in this place, but we are independent spirits with interdependent aims. So let us this morning, all of us together, dive into that exploration of our interdependence. Let us enjoy one another's presence, the connections that are both deep and wide, and even when we are sad, as obviously some of us are, at the changes we face, both personally and globally, let us remember that we are sad, first of all, because there is something here worth grieving as it changes. Change would not be hard if we were not well and truly one another's people to begin with, and we would not want it any other way. In that spirit, on this Sunday, enjoying one another's presence, let us create some things. Let us play a little together. Let us do what we can only do together on the cusp of this new day. Come, let us worship together.
Good morning. Today, over the course of the service, we will be creating collaborative art mosaics. This project was developed by Jen Blosser, who is a UU religious educator in Harford County, and the project represents community building and belonging. In any collaborative project, we each have control only of our own part and must trust others to do their part. In the end, no matter how different each individual piece is, we also trust that it will come together as a beautiful whole. So we have 70 tiles on clipboards here, which I will invite you to come take. There's not enough for everybody, so if you get one and you see your neighbor doesn't, you might want to ask for their input. But we need each of them to be created. There are some in the balcony as well. And you can use the crayons that are at the ends of the aisles here to create your tile in any way you want, with color, symbols, words. And when you're done, turn it over and see if it has an A or a B on it. If it has an A, it goes on the back wall in the basket under the letter A. And if it has a B, it goes over there on that wall. So now everyone who wants one can come up and take one, please.
I turned off my mic so I could cry without you hearing it. But as you continue to find your crayons and express your creativity and share in community, our next task is to sing together a song so deeply beloved to so many of us. We sang it yesterday at Gail Henry's memorial service, and I invite you this morning to rise in body or in spirit to sing it again. It is Blue Boat Home. The lyrics will be right there on the back wall. I have this hymnal so that in case I cry so much I can't see the words, I can follow along. Please rise in body or in spirit. I'd like to now call forward my fellow thespians for some very serious business, Heidi and Doran. On. Talking to there.
Hello, hello. Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
So, we found out recently that we'll be doing a little improv, how to keep it fresh. And as part of this improv, Laura has created a few scenarios, and we're going to select one by random.
We don't know what's in this hat, but whatever it is, we're going to work with it.
It's not scary at all, people. It's just fine.
Yes.
I'm fully prepared.
We're doing this. Now, let's see. Group has to agree on 3 wishes that will be granted by a genie. Yes, yes, yes.
Whoa!
Okay.
3 wishes. We get 3 wishes from a genie, and all we have to do is agree
That's right.
on what they're going to be.
And we all know how this works. We just wish for more wishes. Easy street, right?
No! Who is this genie? Do I know this genie? Under what circumstances could I be expected to trust a genie I do not even know and have never met? Do you even know this genie, Heidi?
I understand, yes, and I understand your reservations. But I think that when a genie offers you 3 wishes, you ought to do whatever you can to get to try it out. I mean, what is there to lose, Doran?
Nothing at all. And I know this may be a little uncomfortable for you, Nancy, because it may involve cloning, but I think we should just probably give it a try. What do you say?
No, but. The morals of cloning are dubious. I don't even believe in genies. I think genies are fake, and I refuse to lie to my congregation by participating in this activity. No.
Yes, and I agree that the whole concept of a genie is a little questionable, and I think this is a really great opportunity for us to try it out.
Yes, yes. A little skepticism while moving forward. How about this? How about you stand here as a group, though, and Heidi and I will just try out a couple
Just
wishes
tossing
first,
out a
and
few
maybe
ideas.
you can just kind of like
Yeah.
write down the data, like what happened, spreadsheet perhaps.
Yeah.
No, but I see what you're doing. You're trying to sideline me already.
Come on in, Nancy.
Come on.
You are a part of this
Yep.
group,
Mhm.
and
Yep.
we will not do a single thing until we have all reached some kind of agreement. And that might even include trying out a different scenario.
Yes. That makes sense.
This is
time,
a good idea.
This time, yes.
Because this scenario is terrible, and the only way through it is to find another one.
Agreed.
All right.
guys ready?
We're going to pivot now. We're going to pivot.
New scenario, you choose.
You
Well,
pull
obviously.
out of that.
New scenario because the old one was terrible. Ready?
Ready.
This is our hope.
We can do this.
Group has to agree on 3 wishes that will be granted by a genie.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah.
And scene. I mean, in addition to the fact that we are genius actors, what we have related in this scenario is that indeed we can only get to creative places if all of us find our way toward interdependence by yes-anding our improvisational lives through the whole course of the journey together. Our work is to be the yes for one another and to say yes when and how we can so that together in an interdependent world, we can create possibilities that were never there before. The end.
If there are any high school youth in the congregation still, this is the time when they are going to go work on next month's multi-gen service, and they need the planning time. So this is the time for high schoolers and their advisors to go on down.
In a community as interwoven and interconnected as this, there are a host of joys and concerns that we hold in our hearts. Just yesterday, we honored the remarkable life of our own Gail Henry here in this sanctuary. We hold this extraordinary life in our hearts and our memories as we hold her loved ones near and dear as they find a way to move forward in her memory. Also, please mark your calendars to honor the life of Carol Middlebrook, a beloved member here at River Road, and it will be on May 4th, also right here in this sanctuary. And in this season with so many beginnings and so many ends, we of course both celebrate and mourn the coming of an end of an era, our time with Reverend Nancy, and we'll have more time to do so much more celebrating and so much more processing, but for now, we lift up this brilliant and beautiful ministry in this sacred time of worship. And finally, a distant way of describing the world this week would be to say that we're living in a time of escalating tensions. There are other less distant ways to describe it. A time of famine, a time of fear, a time when children in Israel, Gaza, Damascus, and beyond look to the sky with mounting fear, wondering if the grown-ups, with all their power, will protect them or even can protect them. In these days, when decisions of war are made in rooms far away and out of reach for most of us, when power-wielding entities choose paths of violence and extraction, let us turn toward justice. A justice that begins right here with each of us. A justice that moves us to move each other, and then, of course, to move the masses. And a liberation, one that demands that the killings stop, that the taking of life cease. A liberation that values humanity and upholds the love that is at the center of it all. We bring these, the joys and concerns of our hearts, into this sacred place with hopes to share just a piece of the strength and the power that community holds. That is, the strength and the power of each one of us. Let us hold this silence and then sing together, Spirit of Life. This place is so much more than a building. It is a space cultivated and created by each one of us, something that we carry with us into our communities and the world around us. And it is sustained by all of us together. Interdependence invites us not to simply exist together, but to thrive together. And in this time of giving, we are reminded that generosity is a practice and it is a choice. And here, we don't give until it hurts, but from a place of our own will and our own agency. You are invited to give during this time. There are baskets that will go around. There's a box in the back. You can give online or you can text to give at 73256. There is no box at the back today. It's on the side. So you can give on the side, you can give online. You can even mail a check into the building old school style. However, whenever, and wherever, the beloved community keeps thriving and keeps living through each and every one of us. If you have finished your square from the collaborative art project, I invite you to take them to the baskets at the appropriate letter. On the back, it should say A or B. B is on the wall, on the wooden wall, and A is in the back where Laura is standing. Would you help me with the next part? You don't have to say anything. I'm just going to show how to do the yarn. Well, I'll show. I'm really waiting for people to finish coming up.
I'm gonna wrap it around my wrist. Well, so the collaborative art project, everyone has had a piece in to make a whole. And then, so we're going to do another activity that pretty literally illustrates how we are all connected. This is something that we've done in youth group before, so some of the past advisors remember this. I'll show you what we're going to do, then I'll tell you where all the materials are, and you can get started. So when the yarn comes to you, you wrap it around your wrist a couple times. You may want to let out a little slack, and then you pass it to the person next to you. Be sure to wrap it around your wrist before you pass it on. We've had many people not do that. And we'll do this, there are 8 sections, 8 yarn balls. For this side of the congregation, I think there are 3 along that outside edge. If you're the person to start with, go ahead and grab that ball. For this section, they're on the aisle. If the yarn's by you, pick it on up. There's a ball in the lounge, and there is a ball up in the balcony as well. So we're just going to work within our little sections. Normally the youth would have it all crisscrossed, but for ease of use, we're going to do this. And then once everyone has some yarn around their wrist, I'll give you the next instruction. Go. He should. He should. Up here, oh shoot. that you have your web on. Look around. How beautiful, how fun, how wonderful it is to be connected. Even if you don't know the person that you're connected to, you are connected. All right, put your arm down. So the next step is equally important, is that we are also our own person. So what the person who got the yarn to start, there's a pair of scissors in your basket, and what you'll do is you'll cut it there, and then cut it here, and then pass the scissors. And once you're freed from you're your own independent person, you can tie a little knot in it to keep that around your wrist as a reminder of being connected in community. But please cut both yarn pieces before you tie your knot, or we'll be here forever.
You all, Reverend Amanda and I so desperately wanted to chuck that yarn ball right out of the chancel right at Cliff's head. And I just want you to congratulate us on our maturity that we did not do so. That was amazing. Yeah. Connected as we are. In all seriousness, in all silliness, in all creativity. Connected as we are. We know that modeling just this interdependence is not just a matter of our arts and crafts and our beautiful bracelets and everything we can dream up together in community. It is a matter of life and of death. It is a matter of the continued sustainability of this planet and of our nations and of our peoples. Blessing that impulse that holds us, that work that could not be more important. Our poem is Blackbirds by Julie Cadwallader Staub, our response to the blessing of our interconnection. I am 52 years old and have spent, no, that's in the poem. Yeah. But to be clear, we're not that far. Anyway, let's start again. You just interrupt whenever you need. We'll make this an improvisational act. It's working. Ready? Or actually don't, but then we will. Okay. I am 52 years old and have spent truly the better part of my life out of doors. But yesterday I heard a new sound above my head, a rustling, ruffling quietness in the spring air. And when I turned my face upward, I saw a flock of blackbirds rounding a curve I didn't know was there, and the sound was simply all those wings, just feathers against air, against gravity. And such a beautiful winning, this whole flock taking a long, wide turn as if of one body, one mind. How do they do that? Oh, if we lived only in human society with its cruelty and fear, its apathy and exhaustion, what a puny existence that would be if we only lived in our world. But instead, we live and move and have our being here in this curving and soaring world, so that when every now and then mercy and tenderness triumph in our lives, and when even more rarely we manage to unite and move together, wings against the wind, toward one common good, we can think to ourselves, ah, yes, this is how it's meant to be. Amen. Now, we are making our art together. In coffee hour, hopefully, once we have a bit more assembly time, we will put together all of these seemingly disparate components that you created into one, in fact, two beautiful artistic wholes. If in fact you are holding on to a little piece of the puzzle, do know that your piece is absolutely and in every way necessary. So please return it to Station A and Station B before you leave the sanctuary. We'll grace this space not only in coffee hour, but next Sunday with what we could only have created together in this collective art making we have done. This work that is ours to do is work that we staunch individualists must lift up to a greater good, wings lifted against wind, the collective rustling of it all that brings our way toward progress, towards hope, and maybe in fits and starts, towards peace. Amen. everything we do together, and we have so many people to thank for our service today. Especially on Spirit Sunday, we thank our religious educators, Beth and Laura, today. I want to thank our chalice lighters and our youth choirs who have been working so hard, of course, Cliff, and our AV tech team, led today by Tom and Hugh and Danny and Ajay. There are so many ways that we connect in community. You can find out more about them by subscribing to our e-weekly newsletter. Particularly, there are a few announcements that I want to share today. The most important is that if you are new or feeling new, you are warmly invited to join us outside. It's going to be on the fireside patio. So if you go up the steps that are back there and hang a left, you'll find the fireside patio. It's a lovely outdoor space. We're going to have a newcomers brunch today at 11:30, and we hope to see you soon. Even if you'd just like to get to know a few more people, this is a wonderful opportunity to do that. Also, registration for our all-congregation retreat is open. The retreat itself is just 2 weeks away, which is shocking to me, but it's there. And the retreat really is perhaps the single best way to mingle and get to know folks here at the congregation. We play games, we have worship, we have workshops, wonderful food we share together, all out at Seneca Creek State Park, which is not so far away, on Saturday and Sunday. So you can register now. Check out the fun activities for all ages. If you go under the retreat tab at on the website, you can register, or you can find the link in the e-weekly. Actions for Justice will be postcard writing at 11:30 today in room 21. There'll be light snacks and community coming together to save democracy. That's what my announcement says. So, get to it, right? You can either do the newcomers brunch or you can save democracy, but you have to choose. So that's just how that is. And finally, save the dates for our upcoming budget draft town hall. The budget draft, something that our finance team, our board have been hard at work on for months. Sunday, May 5th in person directly after the service, and Thursday, May 9th on Zoom at 7:30 p.m. More information about this and about our annual meeting, which is coming up the first Sunday in June, will be coming out in the coming weeks. I will finally say that I am not communicable at this point, so if anyone would like to greet me or have a conversation, the leftover bronchitis of what I was struggling with last week is still plaguing me, but I should not get you sick by offering you greetings. What a blessing it is to be one another's people, now and in all the time to come. And so, may the truth that makes us free, the love that casts out fear, and the hope that never dies guide us and those we love and those we do not love forward together till the dayspray breaks and all the shadows flee away. Amen.